Hello, and thank you for joining us for this quick webinar regarding our district's elementary and secondary school emergency relief ESSER spending plan. I'm Ken Gutman, Superintendent of Schools for the Walled Lake Consolidated School District. And in this brief video, our Assistant Superintendent of Business Services, Mrs. Terry Less, and I will outline the creation of our district's ESSER 3 spending plan and what this means for our district moving forward. This video and our spending plan are available on our district website on the financial information webpage. And now I will turn things over to Mrs. Less for more details related to ESSER.
Thank you, Mr. Gutman. Our district, along with all districts within the state and across the nation, have received various different streams of funding from the federal government. And we are now in the process of receiving our third round of the elementary and secondary school emergency relief funds, or ESSER, as you had mentioned. These funds come to districts based on the Title I formula, which means that the amount of money that each district receives is dependent on the number of low-income families within their school district boundaries. For our district, we will receive approximately $9.3 million. And now those funds need to be spent before September 30th, 2024. These funds are similar to previous ESSER funding in that there are certain categories of allowable expenditures that we have to stay within. And there's also various accounting and reporting requirements. What's new with this round of funding is that roughly 1.9 million, or 20% of the total allocation, has to be spent on things that would address learning loss. And there's a whole host of items that qualify under that. Districts are also going to be required to do calculations and ensure equity across all of their buildings within their districts. So what that means is that we have to ensure that the same resources, both from a personnel resource as well as a funding resource, go to each of our individual buildings. The most important requirement or new requirement under this ESSER 3 allocation is to receive stakeholder feedback. And so in order to do that, we put together a survey that included all of the items that are allowable under this grant funding and sent it out to a whole host of different stakeholders to gauge what is most valued by our community. And then that information was used as a guide for us to plan our ESSER 3 funding. We have submitted our application and to the state of Michigan and have posted our plan on our website. The survey results, as of December 14th, we received responses from almost 1,200 people. The majority of those were parents, but we also heard from teachers and a variety of other staff throughout the community within the district, as well as students, community members, and other. And within the allowable categories, you can see here those that were most valued by our community. 54.5%, the largest category, that selected lowering class sizes at all levels. Following that is the purchase of technology to ensure that all students have access. And then the other two largest would be ensuring uninterrupted transportation and also to meet the social and emotional needs of our students. All four of those categories, as well as these others, have been included in our plan that was submitted. That's all I wanted to discuss. Thank you, Mr. Gutman.
Thank you, Mrs. Less, for that detailed information. And of course, your continued dedication to ensuring our district utilizes these ESSER funds and all of our funds appropriately. In summary, I would like to thank our community for responding to our ESSER feedback survey earlier this month and for taking the time to review this brief presentation. We appreciate you and your continued partnership and support as we continue to serve every child, every day.